In this video, we are going to review the advanced campaign settings that apply to all campaigns except SMS broadcast campaigns. Some advanced campaign settings only apply to certain campaign types, such as the pace tempo. We review settings specific to a campaign type in the video for that campaign type. All other advanced settings will be reviewed in this video. To access advanced campaign settings, click on the Administration tab, select Campaigns from the left side menu, and then click on the blue pencil icon to access the Modify page. Click Advanced to see all advanced settings. We review the pace tempo in the videos for the predictive and powered campaign types. In Lead Search, you can allow an agent to search for leads and view lead information in the agent portal. By default, an agent can only see lead details when they are on a call with that lead. However, by enabling Lead Search, agents will be able to find lead information for leads that they are not currently on a call with. In the drop-down menu, select which lists the agent can search within. By selecting System Lists, agents will be able to search all leads in your DC Dial system. Campaign All Lists allow agents to search in all lists that are associated with the campaign that the agent is logged into. This includes active lists and inactive lists. Campaign Active Lists allows agents to search leads only in campaign lists that are currently active. Finally, Manually Dialed Leads allows the agent to search only leads that have been manually dialed in the campaign. We will discuss manual dialing later on in this video. You can further limit lead search using the Owned By dropdown. Limit which leads agents can search for based on who owns that lead. All allows agents to search leads owned by anyone. Team allows agents to search only leads owned by their team. And finally, User allows agents to search only leads that belong to them personally. You can assign leads to an owner in the Lead Details page under Lists. The Agent Announcement feature reads a designated announcement or message to an agent before the agent is connected to a call. The customer on the call will not hear this message. To enable this feature, switch this toggle to On. Then choose how the agent announcement will be read. Whisper plays the message to an agent before the call is connected. Star plays the message to an agent before the call is connected only if the agent presses star. Finally, Both automatically plays the announcement when a call is connected and allows the agent to replay the announcement by pressing star. Read field is the announcement that will be played to your agent. Choose which system field you want read to your agent. Read As defines how the system will read the value defined in Read field. Read Text will read the value as a text, while Read Number will read the value as a number. For example, if you want the agent to hear the account balance when a call is connected, select Balance in Read field, and then choose Number in the Read As field so that the system reads the balance correctly. Call Launch allows you to define the information that will appear on the agent screen when a call is connected. If you select Lead Info, information about the lead on the call will appear when the call is connected. Select CRM Link if you would like the lead record opened in your external web-based CRM when the call connects. Enter your CRM link below, and choose if you want the CRM to open in a new tab or a new window. And finally, in CRM Marker, choose which DC Dial field your CRM will use to open the correct lead account in your CRM. For example, a lead record could be accessed by navigating to this link. The first part of the link represents our CRM link, and the second part represents the account ID associated with this lead. In our DC Dial system, this account number is designated as the account ID. Select the DC Dial system field that corresponds with your CRM marker. This ensures that the correct lead will open when an agent is connected with that lead. Finally, Agent Script opens a script when the call is connected. You can configure agent scripts in the Setup menu under Scripts. Select an agent script from the drop-down menu. If you enable CRM Login, your company's external CRM will automatically open on the agent's computer when they log on to the agent portal. This option is helpful for reminding your agents to log on to the CRM before beginning dialing. Enter your CRM address here, and determine if the CRM will open in a new window or a new tab. Clipboard copy will automatically copy a pre-selected system field to the agent's clipboard as soon as they are connected with a live customer. For example, if you select balance from the drop-down menu, then the lead's account balance will automatically be copied to the agent's clipboard. This way, the agent can quickly paste the account balance in a desired location. By enabling inbound calls, agents are able to receive inbound calls in this campaign. Once you have enabled inbound calls, you will need to designate at the bottom of the screen which queue inbound calls can be routed to. You can configure these queues under the Inbound tab in Queues. Then choose whether this campaign will prioritize inbound calls or outbound calls. By default, queues sort customers on a first-come, first-served basis. But queue priority allows you to give callers in certain queues priority over callers in other queues. By giving a queue a higher priority, callers from that queue are allowed to bypass callers in other queues with a lower priority and receive faster service. Therefore, calls in queues with the highest priority will be answered first, and calls in queues with the lowest priority will be answered last. If you select inbound only in prioritized calls, then the system will stop outbound auto-dialing when there are calls waiting in the inbound queue. Select inbound highest or inbound high to give the inbound queue priority over outbound calls. Select inbound low or inbound lowest to deprioritize inbound calls. In agent priority, determine in which order agents logged into the inbound queue will receive calls. Random will randomly select an agent in the queue to send the call to. Fewest calls will send the call to the agent who has received the fewest calls from that queue. Oldest call start will send an inbound call to the agent who has been waiting the longest since the start of their last call. And finally, oldest call finish will send the call to the agent who has been waiting the longest since their last call finished. In call timer settings, you can set a maximum call time and designate what will happen if a call exceeds the call time limit. Designate a call time limit here. If a call exceeds this number of seconds, it will be automatically routed to the destination selected here. In the drop-down menu, define where a call will be routed if it exceeds the time limit. And then specify your selection here. Here you can type a message that will be shown to the agent in the agent portal when a call reaches the time limit. Agents will be shown this message and the call will be automatically rerouted to the destination above. Agents will not be given any warning that the time limit is approaching. Finally, to have your company's CRM launch automatically when a call exceeds the time limit, enter your CRM link here. Under Transfer Settings, you can give agents the ability to transfer calls from within the agent portal. Transfer Settings allows you to manage all transfer permissions. For any of these settings to apply to a particular agent, agent transfers must be turned on under User Permissions. Under Users, select an agent and enable transfers here in Agent Portal Permissions, and then click Submit. To allow agents to transfer calls to another agent, turn Agent Transfers on. To allow agents to transfer calls to an external phone number, turn External Transfers on. To allow call transfers to a preset destination, toggle the Preset Transfer button to on. Once this is turned on, use the drop-down menu to select a default preset that will appear as the default transfer option in the agent portal. This feature is useful if your agents are going to be primarily transferring calls to one place, because this allows the transfer destination to be easily found. To allow agents to transfer calls to a queue, enable Queue Transfers, and then select which queues they can transfer calls to. To allow agents to transfer calls to an IVR, either select On or Parked. On allows agents to transfer calls to an IVR and allows the agent to move on to another call. Select Park to have the agent remain on the call while the customer is in the IVR. The agent will be able to retrieve the call from the IVR at any point. Select Off to prohibit agents from transferring calls to an IVR. Quick Transfers allows you to pre-select a destination to have agents quickly transfer calls with one click. To enable this feature, toggle the Quick Transfer option to On and choose one of the 5 destinations from the drop-down menu. You can further specify your selection here. In scheduled callbacks, you can allow agents to schedule a time to call a lead back. This option is helpful if a lead was not free to talk or if the agent needs to follow up with a lead. Once again, individual agents must have the ability to transfer calls within the agent portal permissions. Again, you can configure this under Users. To enable scheduled callback, turn this toggle to On. To allow the agent who scheduled the callback to claim ownership of the callback, turn Claim Ownership on. When a user claims ownership of a call, the callback will appear on the agent portal callback screen. Use the Limit dropdown to select the maximum number of days in the future that a user can schedule a callback. You can select from 1 to 90 days. Under Show, determine which callbacks are visible in the agent portal. Select All to show active and inactive callbacks. This will show callbacks that have passed and upcoming callbacks. Select Active to only show upcoming callbacks in the agent portal. In order to comply with call abandonment regulation, Drop Call Settings allows you to manage dropped or abandoned call settings. A dropped call is a call that is ended before the speaking parties finished their conversation or before one of the parties hung up. You can use the drop-down menu to determine the drop call limit percentage. DC Dial will automatically adjust the call rate to ensure that the campaign does not exceed the drop call limit threshold. In If Call Not Answered, designate after how many seconds a connected call is considered a dropped call. For example, if a call is connected but no one responds for more than 5 seconds, the system can consider this a dropped call. In Destination, select where dropped calls will be routed. You can route a dropped call to an audio message, an IVR, an agent, a queue, a voicemail box, or you can hang up the call. Specify your selection here. In Call Restriction, use the drop-down menu to determine how many hours the system must wait before it is allowed to redial the phone numbers of previously dropped calls. Wrap-up Settings gives you the option to give agents a buffer time in between calls. Enable wrap-up time by turning this toggle on. During wrap-up time, the agent can disposition a call and take call notes. In Time Limit, designate how much time the agent has to wrap up the call prior to receiving the next call. The timer starts as soon as an agent hangs up a call. In Message, type a message that your agents will see once the call is completed and the agent is on the disposition screen. If you enable Set Call Status, agents will not be shown the disposition screen once the call has ended. Instead, the call status will be set automatically to the default call status selected here. Choose the default call status that will be given to all leads dialed. Manual dialing allows agents to make manual calls from the agent portal. Again, agents must be given permission to make manual calls under Agent Portal Permissions. Under Filter, determine which leads agents can call. If you select Campaign All Lists, only numbers in campaign lists will be able to be dialed manually by your agents. Numbers not present in an active or inactive campaign list will be blocked from manual dialing. If you select Campaign Active Lists, agents will only be able to manually dial leads from active campaign lists. All other numbers will be blocked from dialing. If you select DNC, only numbers in the Do Not Call list used by this campaign will be blocked. Agents will be able to manually dial all other phone numbers. Time Difference Alert alerts the agent when the system detects that a lead is being called outside of the campaign call times based on the lead zip code or area code. This feature helps agents using manual dialing to determine if a lead is being called within the campaign's permitted call time, based on the lead's local time. Zip code mismatch will display an alert if the time zone for the zip code is outside of the campaign's call time. Area code mismatch will display an alert to the agent if the time zone for the area code is outside the campaign's permitted call time. Area code or zip code mismatch will display an alert if the time zone for the zip code or the area code are outside the campaign's permitted call time. And finally, area code and zip code mismatch will display an alert if the time zone for both the zip code and the area code are outside of the campaign's permitted call time. For example, a campaign schedule could be set to dial from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. based on the lead's local time. If an agent logs in at 8 a.m. Eastern Time and calls a phone number with a California area code, the system will alert the agent that it is 5 a.m. local time for the lead. Finally, in Caller ID, select whether to display the campaign caller ID or the agent caller ID during manual dialing. The three-way calling feature allows an agent to add an additional call to an existing live call. You can use the campaign caller ID, the customer's caller ID, the agent's caller ID, a custom caller ID, or you can allow the agent to choose the caller ID when making a three-way call. By enabling hang-up logging, you will allow the system to log when a three-way call is disconnected by the customer. Hang-up seconds allows you to define the number of seconds to wait before logging a disconnected call and sending the call to the disposition screen. Select Dispo to show the disposition screen when this call is ended, or select Off to skip dispositioning for three-way calls. The automatic list activation feature will automatically activate any list added to the campaign. This applies to lists that are uploaded manually, through the list load automation feature, or via API connectivity. To have campaign lists activated automatically, toggle automatic list activation to on. Agent screen settings allows you to select which features agents will have access to in the agent portal. To show dialable leads, toggle this to on. This allows agents to view all the active leads in the campaign. By enabling Show Queue Count, agents will see how many calls are waiting in a queue in the top menu of the agent portal. By enabling Show Queued Calls, agents will be able to see details of the calls in queues. Enable Pause Agent After Call to set agents to pause status after each call. Agents will then have to click Resume to continue dialing. Enable Grab Calls in Queue to give agents the option to grab calls from a queue. In the agent portal under Show Queued Calls, agents will be able to click a call in the queue to connect to that call. Enable No Leads Login to allow agents to log into a campaign even if there are no active leads. Finally, under Agent Field Labels, configure which field labels you want to use in the agent portal. You can configure agent field labels under Field Labels in the Setup menu. To learn more about field labels, please see our Field Labels video. Lastly, lead modification allows an agent to make changes to a lead's information. To enable this feature, turn this toggle on. Selecting General Information allows the agent to change basic information about a lead, such as their name, address, or email. Select Phone Number to allow agents to change a lead phone number. Select Notes to allow agents to add notes to the lead detail page. Finally, to hide leads' phone numbers in the agent portal, check the box next to Hide Phone Number. When you are done configuring your advanced settings, click Submit. You are now ready to configure your advanced campaign settings. Thanks so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel.